Alright, hey everyone, this is Cherry Wolf Love, and I'm here with how I animate video. So, what I'm going to show you is just how I regularly animate for like element wolves or just a map or whatever. So, let's get started. So, when you start, you usually have to make a new image. Just leave it at its default settings over here, and I usually don't make um my frames this large because this is pretty big. I usually make them, I think, 1280 and then 720. Yeah, that's about the regular size. So if um that's what I recommend too for a regular quality. But right, whenever I draw humans or whatever, I usually use 4,800 and 2,700 for humans. But in this case, I'm drawing humans, so we'll just leave it at that. Alright, so the first thing I do is usually I start with, like, the background is always first. So, first off, you draw the background in this layer right here, you see, right here. And then, once you finish drawing the background, like I did here, you have to make another layer like this. You can name it sketch or outline, whatever you like. Make it transparency, and just, a new layer will pop up like this one. And then right here, you have to, like, well, you could just quickly draw the person, like right here, the outline. Or you could draw a sketch first if you're not very confident, like I did here. You see, once I draw the sketch, I can move on to the outline and use black for that, you know. And then after that, usually make the sketch invisible again. Well, not again, but you know what I mean. Then once I finish drawing right here, like I did right now, and I guess you could save this as like frame whatever. Like, let me show you. So you go to File, you go to Save As, like I did just now, and you could save it as whatever number frame you want. Like, if you were barely starting, you could do frame 1. Sometimes I like to write frame, but to save myself time, I just do 1. Or in this case, this is frame 10. Yeah, so then after naming the frame or whatever, you could click Save. Make sure it's XCF. Keep in mind I'm using Gimp 2.6, not 2.8, which is the one you'll probably have or download. Probably because this is more comfortable for me, and it's pretty much the same thing in 2.8, so you got nothing to worry about. Just make sure this is XCF. Then you could click Save, but since I already have my picture saved, then I'll just cancel it for now. Then once we have that done, to make the second frame, I usually like to do this. So I click this button down here that has like 2 picture frames or whatever. That duplicates the frame you're on. Make sure you're clicking not the outline, not the sketch, but the outline, which is right here, as you can see. Make sure you're clicking that, or it's highlighted in blue. Then you click make a duplicate right here in this little button right here. Then it makes an exact copy of it. Then in the last one that I had, like, new layer number 1, well, you could delete the sketch once you have this because it's kind of confusing. So after that, you have the layer from before and the one you just duplicate, that's exactly the same. These are both exactly the same. So if I erase one, it'll be the same. Whatever. So Then you go to the middle one, or the one that you previously made, and you set the opacity to like half. Some people like to do it like about 80. I don't know why, because it's kind of confusing since it's so, you get what I mean. Or you can make it really low if it's really annoying to you. Or you could just set it in the middle like I always do. And then you go to the top layer right here. And if you're trying to make like a whole other new layer, like you're trying to make the person moving or whatever, you could easily erase everything you have here. Or yeah, but I'm not trying to animate that, like the whole person moving. So, but if you were to do that, you'd have to get the ink, you'd have to get like this, and you draw the person once again over here, or whatever you need, using the last frame as a reference. And but for in this case, I am not doing that. And this time I am going to just move the arm, or I could just draw the eyes blinking or whatever. So it's kind of hard to explain, but I'll do this as simple as I can. So this is the last layer, and this is the new one. And right here in a new one, you could just like, if you want to make the person's, I don't know, arm move, you could just erase this part of the arm and grab your ink or paint, whatever, and just wait up and just make the arm moving like this. And it could be like this or whatever. I know this really sucks, but it could just be like that. This is the hand, whatever. And that's how you could animate some part. Or if I had the eyes drawn in, I could just erase that part with the eye and then make it closed or whatever. So you get the point. I know this is a really bad example. I might have to redo this if it's too complicated, but I think you're fine. So after doing like redrawing whatever you needed to, like for example, I'm just gonna do this ugly hand right here. And then after that, you could just erase this layer. Or I don't think I should have done that for my sake. Once you erase that layer, make sure it's gone. So I'll just make it invisible for now. Once it's gone, you could go back to the top layer and you could save as, then save it as the next number. Like since in this case it's 10, I would save it as 11 XCF. And then I click save, but you know, I can't do that right now. So you have to click save. And then you kind of get the point. Like you'll end up with just one layer right here. And then you'll have to duplicate that layer again. Maybe erase the whole thing, or just erase the arm and make the arm more higher, or whatever you need. And yeah, that's kind of how you animate. Now to color, it's a little bit more difficult. I don't think I'll have enough time to explain it, but I'll just let you know how I color. So, how I color. I go to the previous frame, like, make sure, okay, let's just say that this is the first frame. I mean, like, the first, yeah, the first, the first frame. So, once you have that, I usually make a new layer, just regular, or I could write colors, colors, whatever you want, and then move it down here. Make sure it's before the outline, like it can't be on top, or else this won't work. Then I just go over here and like pretend I'm drawing a wolf, and the wolf is gray. I could like make it the brush big and just color all out here. Well, in this case, I'll just do the head. Alright, and then it's okay if it's like really messy. Then you go to the top layer. You select out here, like outside of the drawing. And since this is a really high quality picture, it's really taking a long time to load sometimes. You click grow so then you don't get these weird marks everywhere. You click the layer down here, colors, the one where you have the colors, and you on your keyboard you click delete, and it deletes all the parts outside. So if I wasn't lazy, I would have colored this part in and the whole person would be gray. Yeah, if you understand. And then after that, I could just click invert, and then now you could draw, like, to click invert, you just click select and then invert. Alright? Only click it once. Alright. Then I could just zoom in, color the hair whatever I want, like this or whatever. And then color in the eyes, whatever makes is easiest for you. I know it may seem like it takes a long time, but as long as once you get used to it, it actually takes less time. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. So I hope you liked this video and you understood what I was talking about. If you have any questions whatsoever, like even if it's a stupid question, like what am I using to draw? I'm obviously using Gimp 2.6. Then it's okay. Like you could ask away even if it's a dumb question like that. Yeah, it's fine. I'll answer you and I'll let you know. And if you have like trouble doing this, I could personally message or email you in case like you're having like lots of trouble trying to animate. I wouldn't recommend starting with Gimp because it gets kind of difficult with all these weird gadgets you got here. And so maybe you want to start out with Paint or something a little simpler. But if you think you're up to it, you could try this out. It's not that difficult once you get used to it, trust me. So thanks for watching. Make sure to like this video if it helped you. Subscribe if you like my videos or how I animate, whatever. Make sure to leave a comment if you need help, and thanks for watching.